Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to be looking at chance, and our first lesson we're going to be looking at the language of chance. Here are some words that we use when we're talking about chance. The top one here says will happen. The middle one here says might happen. The bottom one here says won't happen. I wonder if you can think about an event or something that you might know of that will definitely happen, that will happen. Do you know what? Maybe you can say it out loud. What do you think is something that will happen? All right, let's see if we can say it out loud for something that might happen. What about something that won't happen? Can you say something out loud that won't happen? All right, let's take a closer look at these words and let's talk about the difference between will, might, and won't. All right, will happen means that it must happen and it is going to happen. Let's write down some events that will happen. The sun will rise. Well, we know that that's going to happen every day. What else do we know will happen? I will learn on a school day. You may not be learning at school, you might be learning at home, but you'll definitely learn on a school day. Let's talk about might happen now. Might happen means that could happen, but it also could not happen. So it has a bit of an even chance that it might go ahead, the event. Let's talk about some events at school that might happen. You might do maths in the morning session. You might also not do maths in the morning session. That's another thing. Mrs. Walshgay might visit our class. She might come. She might also not come. Let's look at activities now that won't happen. Now, won't happen means that it's not going to happen at all. I'm going to write down some activities that won't happen. Mr. Leisman will teach Year 3 when we return. Well, that's not going to happen because I'm coming back to 2L. We're going to get a new class pet, a dog, in 2L. That won't happen at all. I'm going to say some events now, and I want you to tell me by saying out loud, they will happen, they might happen, or they won't happen. Okay, are you ready? Let's say the first one. And remember, I want you to say out loud, what do you think? It will happen, it might happen, or it won't happen. Mr. Leisman is going to wear shoes to school when everyone returns. I think that's a will happen. Mrs. Donovan is going to forget her computer on the first day of school. Now, Now, I know Miss Donovan pretty well, and I think that won't happen. But also, it might happen. Mrs. Ewan is going to tell everyone a story in her class when we all get back to school. Now, I know Miss Ewan pretty well, and I think that might happen. Maybe if you are in 1 to E, you know that will happen. Let's try one more together. Mrs. Heath will still be in New Zealand when we get back to school. What do you think? Do you think that will happen, that might happen, or do you think that won't happen? I'm going to leave that one up to you to say out loud, and I'm not going to tick it because I'm not sure what the answer is.